Hello YouTube, and welcome to my trailer opinion on Dragon Ball Part 2. In the first video I talked about my likes, what I liked about it, and this video I'm going to talk about my dislikes and some of the complaints that I've been seeing online. But before that, I'm going to start out with talking about, there are a couple other things that I like that I wasn't able to get to. So I'm going to start off with that. Oh, by the way, if I look really peppy, yes, I look really kind of peppy today. It's because I just watched the Rocky movies, and I'm a big Rocky fan, and I love those movies. So I'm hoping that Dragon Ball is going to be as good, as great as the Rocky films. A little off topic there, but anyway, I really love Rocky. So I'm going to start off. One of the things that I still like about this movie, Dragon Ball, is the action. Now, I can't really make a final judgment on the action, but from what I saw, it looks really good. And by the way, the stunts, they look very very well done, and the fight scenes look incredible. I'm just really hoping that this doesn't turn out to be like every other martial arts or action flick, because the stunts team that worked on the film, that trained the actors, 8711 is what they're called. They also worked on the Matrix series and the movie 300. So, and they trained these guys. So I'm really hoping that. I'm hoping and I'm expecting that the action here is really really good. But I can't really make a final judgment on that right now. The other thing is the effects. Now post production is not done yet, so the effects that you saw, so the energy blast and the energy waves, I guess, um, they're gonna look different when you see the actual film. So I can't really make a final judgment on them right now. But for now, um what they are, what I see now, they look pretty good. But they look pretty good. But um, the we need to finish post production to see what it really looks like. The last thing, like the title screens. Now, in the trailer there were title screens with the characters, and they had their names like written behind them. Those looked really cool. I like that. And the two that I really liked the most were Bulma and Yamcha. Now I already talked about how I don't like how they made Yamcha with blonde hair. So because that doesn't look like the Yamcha from the anime at all. But still, since he has that bad boy attitude and that um flamboyant persona about him, I'm happy that they got his characterization right. And in his title screen, you definitely saw that, and I was really really happy about that, as well as Bulma, Emmy Rossum. She looked beautiful in that, beautiful and kick-ass and badass and all the other stuff. By the way, I think this movie is really gonna make it more appropriate to think that Bulma's hot, and I know a lot of my friends that we all thought that Bulma in the anime was hot, and so this movie makes it more appropriate to think so. I like that. Anyway, moving on to my dislikes. Now, I can't really talk much more about anything that I don't like that I haven't talked about before. Go back see some of my other videos if you want to know what I'm talking about. But the first, I talked about how I don't like the bullies, the high school thing, the um, Goku like bullies trying to beat up Goku or something. Chi Chi being an it girl and dating a high school jock. I really do not like any of those things. That is so on Dragon Ball like to me, and wow, I'm kind of depressed about that. But I'll try and pull through. I'll try and pull through. I mean, I know a lot of you don't like this movie and stuff, but and so on that note, I'm with you guys on that note. Anyway, the first thing I don't like about this is that the trailer also it featured the bullies song, and I was just really kind of like pissed about that. I'm like, gosh, I really don't want to see them. I don't want them to be like the focus of anything at all. Uh, but the like stunts, there was a fight sequence with involving Goku and a couple of the bullies that it actually looks the fight it looks pretty good. It looks enjoyable and kind of funny too also, and that's good for like humor aspects. But I still don't like that, it's against bullies. I don't want to see him fighting bullies. That's just like I don't care about that at all. I don't want to see that. But what the other thing I really didn't like about that was that while he's fighting the bullies, if you look carefully at the background, you see high school students, and it looks like they're all at a party. Now I'm like, what is Goku doing at a party? I mean, Goku is not supposed to be at a party. I'm like, what the hell? It just looks so. Oh my god, that is so on Dragon Ball. Like again, like Goku should not be at parties and stuff. Uh, I just hope that I don't see that for very long because that's kind of distresses me. That's not good to have here. It's not in the spirit of Dragon Ball at all. Anyway, the other thing I don't like is I talked about Piccolo. I talked about Piccolo before, and I definitely like that he's more green. And yes, he definitely is more green. He's greener here, and I like that. But the thing I don't like is that he kind of like seemed more like Palpatine from Star Wars, especially with that hood. He looked like Palpatine, and he even puts his hands up like this, and it looks like he's about to shoot lightning like Palpatine does. does. So in his title screen, I was actually expecting it to say Palpatine in the background, but it didn't. It said Piccolo. But anyway, the thing is that I think it's just because of that hood, it makes him look like Palpatine. But I just hope that I think it's just because of that hood. I think once he takes that off, he's not gonna look like Palpatine anymore. Anyway, moving on to the complaints that I saw people talk about. Now there are three of them. The first one is Goku's handstand. I see people complain about Goku doing a handstand. I'm like, come on, what is there to complain at? People are just like finding something to nitpick and complain about. I mean, there's nothing to complain about. But Goku is a very acrobatic guy. He does lots of insane stunts. I mean, for the people who've like watched like every episode, recall during the Cell games when Goku was fighting Cell, he does like 7 spins in the air or something, and then kicks Cell in the face. Very intense acrobatics, and that's what Goku just did with the handstand. There is nothing wrong with the handstand at all. I don't know what people are complaining about with that. Anyway, the second thing is Goku and Chi-Chi's kiss. Now, I understand why some people are complaining about it. I don't want this to end up being like some high school teenage romance thing, dribble thing. Yeah, I understand. I understand why some people are complaining about that, but it's really not that big a deal. Remember, these two, they're gonna grow up to have 2 kids together. You would think that in between all of that, they would kiss at some point. Point. I mean, again, recall during the Cell Saga, like when Goku woke up after having the heart virus thing, just before he left to train with the other people, with the other fighters, um, he was in his room with Chi Chi and Roshi, and just before he leaves, he kisses Chi Chi. Now, the camera doesn't show that, but if you watch the episode, you know that that's what happens. So this kiss, it's not really out of place. It's not that big a deal. Anyway, so the third thing, the last thing is Goku in the trailer says, "I'm not ready for this." Now, people are saying that Goku would never say that. Goku is supposed to be a super confident kid. Now, I agree with that. He's definitely supposed to be super confident, and I hope the film portrays that. I really hope they show that. And I know the line kind of worries me too. It kind of worries me too. But guys, keep in mind again for the people who really know Dragon Ball, recall his first encounters with Tambourine, General Tao, and Piccolo. He got his ass kicked by them. And why? I'll tell you. Because he wasn't ready. He definitely underestimated what they could do and his own power. So he got his ass kicked. So this line is not again, it's not completely out of place, but I just hope that he's still confident in it. The line it's not that bad really. It just seems to show that like he knows his limitations. He's aware of it. So it's not that bad, but I see why some people are complaining. Anyway, that's pretty much it. So I know a lot of you are gonna like kind of flame me now. So and you know who you are. You know who you are. I'm not gonna say any names, but you know who you are. So go ahead, tell me what you think, and peace. Bye.